everyone, it has been a while since we've released a video, yet as you know, tons of things have been happening and we've just had our newest baby.
I'm no longer pregnant, which is great.
Yeah. But by way of introduction, again, I am Brad and this is my beautiful wife Hailey, and we love to create videos of traveling, of our family, and just things that make us happy.
Since so much has changed with our family in these last few weeks and adding another little baby, Greta, to our family, we thought we would kick off this new change with a Q&A. And we're gonna have to be kind of quick because both of our little girls are sleeping right now. We don't know how long it's gonna last.
We're trying to quickly do this in between the gap. Okay, so the first question is, what's changed the most since having two instead of one?
And I think the biggest change has been like diapers coming out of my ears because Lucy's not potty trained yet.
Yeah.
It is like
everywhere.
It is like a diaper Easter egg hunt every morning. We're like collecting all the diapers from the night. But we need to get Lucy potty trained soon. But also I think the biggest thing is like it takes us seriously like an hour to get out of the house, huh?
Yes.
It's like, because
I was an hour late to something just because I couldn't get out the door quick enough.
Because now it's not like, oh, Brad, you take care of Lucy, like get her shoes on, get her ready to go. It's like, I feel like Brad has a baby and I have a baby now. And so it just takes, everything just takes so much longer to do. What does a typical day look like for you, Brad, and Lucy now that Greta is here?
Not much has changed really with that day to day. Just when we work, we still trade off, and Lucy's actually a huge help. She's actually accepted Greta as her own baby. She says, "My baby."
Yes.
And
she's a little smothering. What are your favorite baby products this go around? Well, for me, I love my Uppa Baby stroller. We just got a new stroller, and I've always wanted one of those strollers with the cute little bassinet, and we finally got one, and it has
a skateboard.
Yeah, it has a skateboard so Lucy
awesome.
Can stand on the back because she doesn't, I don't know, she's always wanting to like get out and get back on, so it's awesome to have that skateboard attachment on the back. Another thing that we've gotten this go around that we didn't have with Lucy is our owlet, and that's something that Brad geeked over. It's pretty
I love
pretty cool.
techie stuff. It's basically, you know, at the hospital when they put the red heart rate monitor on your finger, it's that for babies, but it's a sock and you slip it on their foot. I'm the type that's always, you know, overprotective to where I'm listening to the baby, checking if they're breathing. Owlet actually has been a huge help in relieving me of that stress a bit. I still check.
Yeah, because it sets an alert off if your baby stops breathing or anything going wrong like that. So it's really reassuring at night to get a good night's sleep, knowing that if something did go wrong, an alarm will go off.
Yeah. What has been the happiest moment you've experienced since having little Greta?
For me, I think that my happiest moment was when Lucy met Greta for the first time, because I was so nervous for months of being pregnant because Lucy was our only child and she gets all of our attention, and I was so nervous how she was going to respond to this new baby, and she just was starry-eyed over Greta since day one, which I do not take for granted. It was like the most special thing, and so I think that was probably my happiest moment, is that reassurance of like that she just loves this new baby sister and she just couldn't get enough of her. It was that day in the hospital was
I'm laughing because when she my in-laws, Hailey's parents, brought her and she slept for a little bit on that couch at the hospital bed, I mean, and I remember when she woke up she was all kind of, you know, disoriented and then she looked and saw Greta and she was like, "What's that?" Yeah. Like she knew like something, you know, the baby was out, and I loved it, and she's been great with Greta.
Aspen Ovard tweeted, "Are you going to keep them both? Greta is cute and little, but I think Lucy is really funny. So if you don't want two, I'll take one. Aspen, we'll give you our next child." Just kidding. How will you plan to balance work, traveling, and your two girls? And that is a great question. I think that... Roll with the punches. Yeah, roll with the punches. And I think that number 3 is going to be a lot more hard because before Greta was born, it was like when we would travel, it was like, here, Brad, you sleep on the plane while I take care of Lucy, and then we'd like trade off. I think now we'll just both have our own child to manage while we travel. But I think that as we're working and stuff, we're going to possibly bring our moms on our trip, or maybe my niece to come help out, which we've done before, but I think we'll probably just need a little bit more help as they get, especially as Greta gets a little older.
But it's doable.
Yeah.
And it's fun. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Roll with the punches.
So Alison asks, what's the most difficult challenge since you became a mum to not one but two babies?
I haven't had to go out without Brad yet. I think like the thought of going to the grocery store with both of the girls is absolutely terrifying. And so I think that there are going to be difficulties like that, like when Brad has to go out of town and I'm home with both the girls. But thankfully Brad's been the one like holding us down these
Luckily
first
I've had
weeks.
local work, but she'll get back to you with that answer.
Brad's been the like saving grace around here. It's true. He doesn't get enough credit.
What's been your favourite or funniest moment with both the girls so far?
The funniest by far was Lucy's been a little confused seeing me breastfeeding. She thought the babies took bottles because, you know, like you have little baby dolls with bottles, and she was just like really confused watching me breastfeed. And anyway, she just like took off her shirt this one day and was like, suggested that she wanted to breastfeed Greta, and Brad was like, no, let's not do it. And I was like, no, let's just do it, let's see what happens. And it was so funny.
I was completely against it. So when Lucy sees that when she goes up, I was against it.
It's so funny.
It was pretty funny, but
Greta was so confused, but it was hilarious.
That was the worst.
And Lucy was like, so I've been explaining to Lucy, when you have your own baby and you're a mommy, you'll have milk. But right now you don't have milk.
She kind of gets it enough to where she hasn't asked again. So that's been
by far like the funniest moment. I think I was like peeing my pants.
Perla asks, are you and Brad thinking of having another baby?
Too soon to ask that question. I just had one. Oh man.
Yes.
No. Not right now. No, like in the future, yes, but no, not even thinking about it right now.
Not soon. Okay, Katie asks, does your family have any more trips planned for this year? And if so, do you feel confident and ready?
When we went into that, well, we were thinking, oh, we'll be home the rest of the year after we have the baby, but knowing us, we just can't sit still for long. So I'm pretty sure we're going to Disneyland either next week or the next. We have a good friend from England coming in town, and
she kept pushing us, and we're like, no, we're just going to stay home.
But then I started looking at the Wait Times app, and I just...
You know us, and we just we just love it there. It's fun.
But, do we feel confident and ready? I do. I feel pretty confident. So a question that we've had a lot that isn't one of the questions on Twitter, it's mainly been one from our family and friends, is why did you change Greta's name? Because when she was first born, we named her Jade. Well, we went to the hospital with two solid names that we loved. We loved Sarah Jade and Jade Olivia. And when she was born... my family that was in the delivery room was like, oh, it's baby Sarah. And my initial thought was, she's not Sarah. Like she just was not Sarah to me. And so when we got put into our other little discharge room, when it was just Brad and I was like, Brad, out of the two names, all I know is that when she was born, when everybody said Sarah, it just didn't feel right to me.
So we're like, oh great, it's Jade Olivia.
So we're like, okay, it's Jade.
So that's when we announced it, and we felt like that was it, but then after a while it just didn't feel like it just didn't fit together.
We actually left the hospital with a blank birth certificate. She didn't have a name.
We felt so bad, but Hailey then, she brought up the whole name Greta again when we were at home. And I started to consider it a little more.
It was a name that I brought up when I was pregnant, and I was like, Brad, what about the name Greta? And he's like,
I shut it down way early, but premature. And we started looking into it a little more, and turns out if it's Greta with one T, it's actually Scandinavian.
And that's my background. My dad's 100% Norwegian.
Yeah, so. Yeah, which that was what we loved. If it's two T's, it's German. But that's why we decided to write it with one T as well. But anyway, we came home and I was holding Greta, and just something clicked, and it was just maybe what she was wearing or the way she looked, and it stuck with her, and we feel like that is what her name was supposed to be. Yessie GZZ. I don't know how you
don't know how to say this handle.
How do you sleep? How do you still keep up with work and 2 girls? You guys have superpowers for sure.
Definitely it's a team effort, because Lucy still naps in the afternoon. Like right now she's napping, yes. And Greta's napping. And so I have been napping with the girls during the afternoons. That's what's been keeping me alive. Have you called one of your kids by the other's name yet? And
that's
yes.
Haha, Drew. Yes, I've caught myself even calling one of them Hailey.
Yeah.
And
I think you even called me Lucy.
No, I think it was like that too. And then I've completely forgiven my parents for the multiple millions of times they have called me my nephew's name or my brother's name or even my sister's name.
Do you guys plan on homeschooling the kids? And I say no, because Brad and I are not smart enough to teach our kids. Just kidding.
It's interesting. I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, it would be cool because then we can just travel with them or whatever. But
I went to public school. He went to public school. I think we'll put our kids in public school.
I think it's great. So I mean, we'll see when the time comes. But for now, we're planning on public school, and maybe we'll have one of them learn Mandarin and the other one learn Spanish, and one of them learn French. Whatever, cool. So they can help us with our traveling and trips.
That'd be awesome. Do you guys have a nanny or babysitter, or do you rely more on family? And we rely on family pretty much 100%. Like even my niece who comes and helps out,
she's great,
babysits for us, she's family.
Anna,
so
thank you.
Yeah,
I don't think she watches our videos. So
is baby Greta sleeping through the whole night? No, she wakes up 2 or 3 times, so it's not too bad for a newborn. Who does Greta look like the most, you or Brad? I think she looks like Brad. Both of our girls look like Brad. Someday I'll get some girls that look like me. Well, as Lucy's gotten older, she looks like me.
Does.
She has her crooked smile.
She's got your shaped
my
head.
Crooked smile. Yeah, and my coloring.
But I only say Greta looks like me because she doesn't look anything like you.
She does. When she does that cross-eyed face thing.
Okay.
No, but Brad does this impression because newborns do like the craziest faces. They'll be like...
You did not. Just do that face.
And Brad does the funniest impression of Greta when she's doing her little newborn weird face, and they look identical. Oh,
I think she's got my eyes. She's got my beautiful
She's got
hair,
your personality. She's grunting.
Just kidding. No. She's got the same farts like me, I'm sure. Here's a good question. What have you done differently with Greta than Lucy as a newborn?
A lot. Well... With Lucy, our pediatrician told us that we needed to wake her up every 2 hours to feed her. And so I was like trying to get this newborn. I was like setting an alarm throughout the night and like trying to wake up this baby that would not wake up. Didn't even seem hungry. And then, it was just awful. And then with Greta, I just let her sleep. And then she lets me know if she's hungry.
She lets us know.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I think I'm just overall more comfortable with a newborn this go around. Like I was just like throw her up on my shoulder and burp her. Where like with Lucy, I felt like it was just like this fragile
China doll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not fragile with Greta, but I'm just more comfortable.
Yeah, we're just like, here you go.
Oh,
just kidding.
Toss her upstairs to you.
No.
Are you planning another somewhere Devine trip, or is it going to be too hard now that you have Greta? Yes, we do. We plan on having another trip next summer, and we will be releasing it in November. We're rebranding our whole website and everything, so it's been a little crazy, but we're releasing it mid-November. And there's Greta waking up. We'll be making travel guides, going around different cities, and having locals show us around. Oh, hi, baby.
So anyway, just a lot of fun things that we're excited to release to you guys, and we hope you enjoy it. So thank you for watching and for all your wonderful comments below.